Hey English learners, welcome back to English Storytime Tales, your friendly place to learn English through real-life conversations, simple words, and everyday stories. Here, learning English feels natural, not stressful.
Hi everyone, we're so happy you're here today. Maybe you're listening in the morning, during your commute, or before bed. Thank you for spending this time with us.
By the way, Lily, how are you today?
Honestly, a little busy, but excited. Talking here, learning English together, it always gives me energy.
Same here, and that's perfect because today's episode is about something you already use every single day, even if you don't notice it.
Oh, now I'm curious.
Today's topic is the English between the words, the small sounds, the fillers, and even the silence native speakers use when they talk.
Between the words, you mean things like, or when someone pauses and thinks?
Exactly. Not big grammar, not difficult vocabulary, but the human parts of English.
That makes me feel better already. I always thought those sounds were mistakes.
They're not mistakes. They're signs that your brain is working.
So native speakers pause too?
All the time. They pause, they hesitate, they repeat themselves.
Wow, no one ever told us that.
That's why today's episode is important. We're slowing English down.
So relax, friends. You don't need perfect English here.
And don't skip the ending. We have a fun challenge and a small surprise just for you.
All right, friends, let's start today's English story together.
Lily, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that when native speakers talk, they don't speak in perfect sentences?
Yes, they stop, they restart. Sometimes they even change the sentence in the middle.
Exactly. And that's the part most English learners never learn.
In school, we were taught to speak like a book.
Yes, like a robot book. No pauses, no thinking time.
Hello, teacher. Today I am very happy. I will now speak perfectly.
Exactly like that. But real English sounds very different.
So maybe the problem isn't my English, it's my expectations.
That's a big realization and a very important one.
Because I know many listeners who freeze when they speak.
Yes, they freeze not because they don't know English, but because they think they must sound perfect.
And when they pause, they feel embarrassed.
But here's the truth. Pausing is not weakness. Pausing is thinking.
That makes English feel much more human.
Let me tell you a small story, a real one.
Okay, I'm listening.
I once spoke with a native speaker, very confident, very natural, and suddenly he stopped talking.
He stopped.
Yes, he said, how do I explain this?
That sounds very familiar.
Exactly. And nobody laughed, nobody judged him.
Because that's normal.
Yes, very normal.
So if you're listening now and you pause when speaking, you're doing it right.
Let's talk about fillers now, those small sounds people are scared of.
Like, you know?
Yes, those exact ones.
I used to remove them from my sentences. I thought they were bad.
They're not bad. They're bridges. They give your brain time.
So fillers help us breathe.
Exactly. And they help listeners too.
Wow, English suddenly feels less scary.
And we've only just started. There's so much more between the words. You know, Lily, something interesting happens when people stop trying to sound perfect.
What happens?
They start sounding honest, and honesty is what makes people listen.
That explains something. When someone speaks slowly, with small pauses, I feel closer to them.
Exactly. Silence is not empty. Silence is connection.
But learners are scared of silence.
Because silence feels like danger. But in real English, silence is normal.
I used to rush my words, even when I didn't know what I wanted to say.
Most learners do. They think speed equals confidence.
But then my sentence went in 5 directions at once.
Yes, like a train without tracks.
Exactly.
Native speakers pause to choose words. They pause to feel what they're saying.
So pausing doesn't mean I'm bad at English.
No, pausing means you're thinking in English.
That feels powerful.
Because it is.
What about sounds like or ah?
Those are thinking sounds. They tell the listener, I'm still here.
So instead of disappearing, I stay present.
Exactly.
Many learners feel invisible when they speak.
Because they're afraid of being judged.
Or corrected.
But real conversations are not exams.
They're shared moments.
Yes, moments, not performances.
So English isn't only words.
It's timing, breathing, feeling.
I like this version of English.
Me too. It lets people be human.
If you're listening now, it's okay to pause. It's okay to think.
Your voice deserves space.
And you don't need perfect English to be understood.
You just need to allow yourself to speak. You know what's interesting, Lily? Most people think native speakers sound confident because they know many words.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But that's not the real reason. They sound confident because they're comfortable with not speaking perfectly.
Wait, that sounds backwards.
It does, but think about real conversations.
Okay, like talking to friends?
Exactly. Friends don't speak in full sentences all the time.
True, sometimes we don't even finish sentences.
Sometimes we just say, yeah, and everyone understands.
Or,
Or, ah.
Or just silence.
Yes, and that silence is also English.
I never thought of it that way.
That's why many learners feel pressure. They think every second must be filled with words.
Yes, when there's silence, I panic a little.
That panic comes from fear, not from language.
Fear of sounding stupid?
Fear of being judged. Fear of being wrong.
That's very real.
But here's the truth. Native speakers pause all the time.
Even confident ones?
Especially confident ones.
Oh, wow.
Think about interviews, podcasts, real conversations.
They stop. They think.
Yes, because pausing shows confidence.
It says, I don't need to rush.
Exactly. And learners deserve that feeling too.
If you're listening right now and you feel nervous speaking English,
You are not slow. You are not bad.
you're just thinking.
And thinking is part of speaking well.
So next time my brain freezes, I can just stay there calmly?
Yes, let the freeze melt naturally.
I like that image.
English is not a race. It's a conversation.
And conversations need space to breathe.
You know, Lily, there's a moment in English conversations that scares learners the most.
Let me guess, when someone suddenly looks at you and waits for your answer?
Exactly that moment.
Oh no, my brain goes completely empty then.
And that's normal. Very normal.
Really? It feels like something is wrong with me.
Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain is just thinking in two languages.
That already sounds tiring.
It is tiring. That's why native speakers rely on small sounds and fillers.
Like and
Yes, those sounds are not mistakes.
They're not?
They're tools. They buy you time.
Time is exactly what I need.
Everyone needs time, even people who sound fluent.
But why do learners feel guilty when they pause?
Because in school, we're taught that silence means we don't know the answer.
Oh, so silence feels like failure.
But in real life, silence often means I'm choosing my words.
That sounds much nicer.
Let me tell you something. I once watched two native speakers talk for almost an hour.
And?
And they said, and yeah, more than complete sentences.
No way.
Yes way, and nobody thought they were stupid.
Oh, that makes me feel lighter.
Good. That's what real English should feel like.
Sometimes I don't need better words. I just need permission to pause.
And you have that permission right now.
If you're listening, try this with us.
Say out loud, and don't rush. Perfect. That sound alone keeps the conversation alive.
It feels strange, but good.
That's because confidence often feels quiet,
Not loud, not fast.
just calm, just present. You know, Lily, there's something interesting about fillers.
What do you mean?
I mean, they don't really add information, but they add comfort.
Comfort sounds nice.
Exactly. They make conversations feel human.
So when someone says it's kind of hard, they're not weak?
Not at all. They're being honest.
I always thought kind of meant my English was bad.
No, it means your English is natural.
That feels like a big weight coming off my shoulders.
A lot of learners carry that weight. They try to sound perfect.
And perfection is exhausting.
Very exhausting.
My brain feels like it's running a marathon when I try to be perfect.
Mine too, with no water breaks.
That's unfair.
Exactly why fillers exist.
What about you know? I hear it everywhere.
You know is like opening a door.
A door.
Yes, it invites the listener in.
So I could say, I was tired, you know?
Perfect. That sounds very natural.
It feels like I'm talking to a friend.
That's the goal. English is not a performance.
It's connection.
Exactly.
But wait, when people say, I mean, are they correcting themselves?
Sometimes. Sometimes they're just thinking out loud.
Oh, good. I always panic.
You don't need to panic. Native speakers don't know what they're saying half the time either.
That makes me feel so much better.
Here's the truth. Fluency is not speed. It's comfort. It's rhythm. It's feeling safe enough to pause.
I wish someone told me this earlier.
I know, but you're here now.
If you're listening and thinking, this is me, you're not alone.
And you're not behind. You're learning the real English. Lily, can I ask you something a little different today?
Of course. What's on your mind?
Have you ever noticed that sometimes the most powerful part of a conversation is the moment when nobody speaks?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
That little space, that silence.
But silence scares me sometimes.
You're not alone. A lot of English learners feel that way.
When I stop talking, my brain starts shouting.
Ah, the inner voice again.
Yeah, it's like, say something, say anything.
I know that voice very well.
Sometimes I talk not because I have something to say, but because I'm scared of the silence.
That's very human. But here's something important.
Okay.
Silence is not failure. Silence is thinking.
Thinking in English?
Exactly. That changes everything. Let me tell you a small story. Nothing dramatic, just real life.
I like those stories.
I once had a conversation with someone learning English. Every time they paused, they apologized.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
Exactly that.
I do that too.
But here's the thing. Native speakers pause all the time.
Really?
Yes, all the time.
Really?
Yes, they pause, they think, they say, and nobody panics.
So silence doesn't mean I'm bad at English.
No, it means you care about what you say.
I've been so hard on myself.
That's okay. You're learning a new way now.
If you're listening right now and you feel nervous about pauses, please hear this.
You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to breathe.
Your English doesn't need to rush.
And sometimes the quiet moments are where confidence begins. You know, Lily, when people hear pause, they think it means something went wrong.
Yeah, like the conversation is broken.
But in real English, pauses are everywhere,
Even with native speakers?
especially with native speakers.
Oh, wow, that actually makes me feel better already.
Let's imagine something very simple. Two people talking, nothing fancy.
Okay, I'm listening.
Natural rhythm, one person says, "So, what do you think?"
I'd probably panic right there.
Most learners do,
My brain would be like, answer fast or you look stupid.
but native speakers don't rush.
They don't?
They might say, "Well, that's a good question."
Oh, so that's what those words are.
Exactly. Those are thinking sounds.
They're not mistakes.
They're bridges.
Bridges. I love that.
Fillers and pauses help you cross from thinking to speaking.
So instead of freezing, I can just pause?
Yes, and nobody will judge you for it.
I remember once at work, I stayed silent too long.
What happened?
Someone asked, "Are you still there?"
Ah, that moment.
I wasn't gone. I was just thinking.
And that's okay. Thinking is allowed.
If that has happened to you, you're not bad at English.
And you're just human.
And humans need time to find words.
Here's the secret. Native speakers use silence.
How?
They pause to sound thoughtful.
Not weak.
Not weak, thoughtful.
That changes how I see myself.
Sometimes silence says, "I care about this answer."
I never thought of it that way.
And this is where confidence really begins. You know, Lily, something interesting happens when silence and fillers work together.
What happens?
They stop being enemies and start becoming tools.
Tools, not problems.
Exactly.
I think I've been fighting them. The pauses. The you know.
Most learners do. They think fluent English means never stopping.
Like a robot.
Yes, but real English is messy.
That actually makes me feel lighter.
Because real conversations aren't performances, they're shared moments.
Yeah, they're not exams.
And no one is counting your pauses.
I wish I knew that earlier.
It's okay, you know it now.
I remember one time I was talking to someone in English and I forgot a word.
What did you do?
I froze. My mind went blank.
That moment is so familiar.
I thought, they can see I'm not good at English.
But what if they were just waiting?
Waiting, not judging.
Most of the time, yes.
My brain made it a drama movie.
With background music and everything.
Exactly.
Here's something powerful. When you pause and add a small filler, you stay connected.
Like, well, how can I say this?
Perfect.
That doesn't sound broken.
Because it's not.
It sounds human.
And that's the goal. Not perfect English, human English.
If you're listening right now and you've been afraid to speak,
You don't need to erase silence. You can use it.
you don't need to hide fillers. They're already part of English.
And very soon, we're going to invite you to try this yourself.
In a way that feels safe.
No pressure, just practice.
You're doing better than you think.
You know, Lily, something feels different now.
Different how?
Earlier, we were talking about English, but now it feels like English is starting to feel closer.
Yeah, like it's not far away anymore.
Exactly.
I think something important happens when people stop trying to sound perfect.
Yes, they start sounding real.
And real English feels kinder.
Kinder to speak, kinder to hear.
I used to think confidence meant speaking fast.
A lot of people think that.
Like, if I speak slowly, people will think I'm weak.
But real confidence often speaks slower
Slower?
because it's not rushing away from silence.
It's okay with space.
Yes, space is strength.
If you're listening right now and you've been scared to speak English,
I want you to know something.
you don't need to change who you are.
You're not broken. Your English isn't missing anything.
You're just learning how to let it come out.
I've noticed something with confident speakers. They don't try to fill every second.
They let moments breathe.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, learners are like, quick, say something before it's awkward.
Yes, we run from silence like it's chasing us.
Exactly.
But today, we're changing that relationship.
How does that start?
It starts with permission.
Permission.
Permission to pause. Permission to think. Permission to sound human.
That feels safe.
That's the point.
I think if learners felt safe, they'd speak more.
They would, and they will.
You don't have to perform English. You can live in it.
And very soon, we'll invite you to take one small step forward.
A step that feels doable.
For now, just stay with us. Lily, can I say something honest?
Of course.
I think many people listening already are English speakers. They just don't call themselves that yet.
Oh, that's true.
They understand English, they think in English sometimes, they even talk to themselves in English.
Especially in the shower.
Yes, the shower English is very fluent.
Perfect pronunciation, perfect confidence, no audience.
So the problem isn't ability, it's fear of being heard.
Fear of sounding wrong, fear of pauses, fear of silence.
But silence isn't a mistake.
It's part of speaking.
Native speakers pause all the time. They stop, they think, they restart.
And nobody judges them.
Because it sounds natural.
If you pause in English, you're not failing.
You're thinking.
And thinking is part of speaking.
I remember once I was in a meeting with native speakers.
Uh-oh.
Yes, they paused more than I did.
Really?
They said things like, well, let me think.
Classic.
And nobody rushed them. Nobody filled the silence. Nobody panicked.
Because silence wasn't awkward.
It was respected.
You deserve that same respect, even with simple English, even with pauses.
You're not learning to speak. You are speaking.
You're just learning to trust it.
And trust comes from small moments, not pressure, not speed.
One sentence, one pause, one breath.
If your English feels quiet sometimes, that doesn't mean it's weak.
It means it's thoughtful.
And thoughtful English connects deeply.
I think our listeners are closer than they realize.
Yes, and something meaningful is coming.
Just stay with us a little longer.
You know, Lily, I feel really proud of our listeners right now.
Me too. Because if they're still here, listening, they didn't quit.
They stayed. They listened. They let the silence sit.
And that means something.
Because learning English isn't about being loud. It's about being present.
It's about showing up, even when your voice feels small.
And today, you didn't just learn English. You learned how English feels.
The pauses, the ums, the quiet moments.
Those aren't mistakes. They're human signals.
They say, I'm thinking, I care, I'm real.
And that is what people connect to.
So if you've ever felt like your English is too slow, too quiet, too simple,
Please hear this. You are not behind. You are building something steady.
and now we want to invite you into something small, something safe.
Nothing scary, we promise. Just one step, one sentence, one moment of trust.
Because confidence grows quietly, not with pressure.
Here's today's small challenge.
Try using one thing from today's episode.
Maybe a pause. Maybe you know. Maybe I mean.
You can say it out loud or just to yourself.
At home, at work, in front of a mirror.
No one needs to hear it except you.
And when you do, notice how it feels.
That little feeling, that's confidence starting.
All right, friends, that brings us to the end of today's episode of English Storytime Tales.
If you listened all the way till now, great job. That already means you're taking your English learning seriously.
If you enjoyed this episode or learned something new, please take a moment to give it a like. It helps us a lot.
And don't forget to subscribe to English Storytime Tales.
When you subscribe and like, it helps us keep making episodes that support you.
Now it's time for today's comment task. In the comments, write one sentence about your day in English, or tell us which country you're listening from.
And tell us, what topic should we talk about next? Your idea might become our next episode.
After you try today's challenge, come back and comment, "I completed the challenge."
We read your comments, and they inspire other learners too.
Remember, learning English takes time, but you're growing every day.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and believe in yourself.
Thanks for learning with us, and we'll see you in the next episode of English Storytime Tales.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English Storytime Tales, your cozy place to learn real English, the kind people actually use every day. I'm Sam.
And I'm Lily. We're really happy you're here with us today. You might be listening while walking or sitting quietly with a cup of tea, or maybe lying in bed, just letting English wash over you.
Yeah, one earphone in, the world on pause for a moment. And before we start, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you studied English for years, but people still don't speak the way your book taught you?
Oh, yes. You understand the words, but something feels missing. Like English is happening, but not exactly the English you learned.
Exactly. Today, we're talking about the English you were never really taught, but everyone uses every single day.
The English between the lines. The English that sounds small, but changes everything.
Yes. And before we go deeper, a small favor. If you enjoy learning English like this, please like this episode, subscribe to English Storytime Tales, and share it with a friend who's also learning English.
Because when you share, you're not just helping us, you're saving someone from very awkward conversations.
So true. And if you stay with us until the end, we have a small challenge for you. Nothing scary, just something that can change how you feel about English.
So let's begin. So Sam, can I tell you something funny?
Of course.
So yesterday, someone asked me, "How are you?" And I said, "I'm fine." But I wasn't really fine.
Classic English. Because I'm fine doesn't always mean I'm fine. Sometimes it means I'm tired. Sometimes it means I don't want to explain.
And sometimes it means, "Please don't ask me more questions."
Exactly. This is where real English lives. Not in long grammar rules, in short, comfortable human phrases.
And if you ever felt, "Why didn't anyone teach me this?" please know you're not late. You're right on time.
You know, Lily, when people first learn English, they usually learn very clear answers. Yes, no, good, bad, very clean, very simple.
Yes, English textbooks love clear answers, but real people, not so much.
Not at all. Let me give you a very normal example. Imagine someone asks, "Do you like your job?"
In a textbook, the answer is easy. Yes, I like my job. Or, no, I don't like my job.
But in real life, people almost never answer like that. They say things like, "It's okay. It's not bad. It has its moments."
Oh, yes, that sentence alone, "it has its moments," means so many things.
Exactly. It can mean, "I don't love it, but it pays the bills." Or, "Some days are good, some days are terrible."
And this is the English you were probably never taught. The English of feelings. The English of being polite without saying too much.
Yes, English speakers often soften their words. They don't go straight, they go around.
Like emotional roundabouts.
Exactly. Instead of saying, "I disagree," they say, "I'm not sure about that."
Instead of saying, "That's wrong," they say, "I see it a bit differently."
And this is important, especially if you feel shy in English.
Because soft English gives you space. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be human.
Yes. I remember when I first learned this, I felt so relieved. I thought, oh, I don't have to sound strong all the time.
Exactly. English allows uncertainty. Words like maybe, kind of, a bit. They are not weak. They are natural.
And once you start using them, English feels less scary, less like a test, and more like a conversation.
That's the goal. Now, there's another kind of English people almost never teach, but everyone uses. And it's about what you say when you don't know what to say.
Okay, Lily, let's talk about one of the hardest moments for English learners.
When you suddenly don't know what to say?
Exactly. That moment when your brain goes quiet or too loud.
Yes. You understand the question, but the words don't come.
Most learners think, oh no, I must speak now. But real English speakers, they pause.
They pause a lot.
Yes, they say things like, let me think. That's a good question.
And those sentences buy you time.
Exactly. They are not empty. They are social tools.
Like emotional breathing space.
That's a great way to say it. I remember my first time in a real English meeting. Someone asked my opinion. My heart started racing. I knew the idea, but not the words.
That feeling is very familiar.
Instead of forcing an answer, I said, let me think for a second. Nobody was angry. Nobody rushed me. They waited.
Because that's normal English.
Yes, silence is not failure. Silence is part of conversation.
You don't need to fill every second. You just need to stay present.
And here's something important. When you rush, your English sounds nervous. When you pause, your English sounds confident.
Even if the grammar isn't perfect.
Exactly. People remember your calm, not your mistakes.
That's a very important sentence.
And this connects to something deeper, because the English you were never taught is really about confidence.
Not perfect words, but comfortable words.
Yes. In the next part, we'll talk about English phrases people use to protect feelings, save face, and stay polite even when things are awkward.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Now, Lily, something interesting happens after learners discover pauses.
What happens?
They start noticing how soft real English sounds.
Yes. Native speakers rarely sound strong.
Exactly. Real English is gentle. It protects feelings.
But learners are taught very direct sentences.
Yes, textbooks teach, I don't understand. Real people say, I'm not quite sure I understand.
That sounds much kinder.
It is. Kind English creates safe conversations.
And safe conversations help people speak more.
Yes. Let me tell you a small story.
I love stories.
I once worked with someone learning English. Very smart, but very quiet.
Because they were afraid to sound rude?
Yes. They only knew strong English. Yes. No. That's wrong.
That can feel dangerous in real life.
Exactly. So we practiced soft phrases. Maybe. I think so. I could be wrong, but
Those phrases feel safe.
yes. Soft English is not weak English. It's social English.
It helps you belong.
Beautifully said. And once you learn this, something changes. You stop sounding like a textbook and start sounding human.
That's the goal.
Now, Lily, let's talk about something many learners avoid.
Disagreeing?
Yes, because disagreement feels scary in English.
People worry they'll sound rude.
Exactly. Textbooks often teach, I don't agree. But real life, people soften it.
How?
They say, I see your point. I get what you mean. But I feel a bit differently.
That feels much safer.
Yes. You're not attacking. You're sharing.
It keeps the conversation open.
Exactly. I remember my first time disagreeing at work in English.
How did it go?
My heart was racing. I wanted to say no, but instead I said, I might be mistaken, but here's another idea.
That sounds professional.
Yes. Nobody felt threatened. The room stayed calm.
It's so soft. English protects relationships.
Exactly. English isn't only about truth, it's about timing and tone.
English has feelings too.
Yes, it does. And there's another place this matters a lot. When things go wrong.
Oh, yes. Awkward moments.
Exactly. Okay, Lily, let's talk about the moments everyone fears.
When something goes wrong?
Yes. Mistakes. Misunderstandings. Awkward silence.
Those moments make people freeze.
Exactly. But real English has safety phrases.
Safety phrases?
Yes. Instead of sorry, people say, sorry about that. Oops, my mistake. Let me fix that.
Those feel human.
Exactly. They don't stop the conversation, they save it.
It's like saying, I'm still here.
Yes. I once ordered coffee in English abroad.
Oh no.
I asked for something completely wrong. The barista looked confused. Instead of panicking, I said, oh, sorry, I meant this.
And everything was okay.
Yes. Nobody laughed. Nobody judged. Because mistakes are normal.
Especially in real English.
Exactly. People care more about your attitude than your grammar.
That's comforting.
It should be. So today we learned something important. Real English is soft. Real English is flexible. And real English gives you space to breathe.
That makes learning feel lighter.
And in the next part, we'll go even deeper. We'll talk about English people use to connect, not impress.
I can't wait.
You know, Lily, there's a kind of English that never appears in textbooks.
The English that feels human?
Exactly. It's the English people use to connect, not to sound smart, not to be perfect, but to feel close.
That kind of English feels safer.
Yes. Most learners think English is about grammar, but real-life English is about feelings.
Feelings?
Yes. How you show interest, how you show kindness, how you show you're listening.
I noticed that native speakers say very simple things.
Yes. They say things like, oh, really? That makes sense. I get what you mean.
Those are so simple.
Yes. But they are powerful. They say, I'm here with you. I'm listening. I care.
So English isn't always about long sentences.
Exactly. Sometimes the shorter the sentence, the warmer it feels.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine someone tells you, I had a hard day.
Okay.
A textbook answer might be, I am sorry to hear that. I hope things improve.
That sounds correct.
But real English often sounds like, oh no, that's rough. Do you want to talk about it?
That feels closer.
Yes. Connection English uses empathy words, not perfect grammar.
That takes pressure off.
It should. You don't need to impress people. You just need to respond.
Responding feels easier than performing.
Exactly. And that's why real English sounds relaxed. In the next part, we'll talk about small talk, the kind people use every single day.
The English everyone uses without thinking?
Exactly. So, Lily, let's talk about small talk.
Ah, yes. The conversations that feel small but somehow decide everything.
Exactly. Small talk is not useless. It's how people test safety.
Safety?
Yes. People don't jump into deep topics. They start small. Weather, coffee, work.
Ah, the classic topics.
Yes. But here's the secret. Small talk is not about topics. It's about energy.
Energy?
Yes. You can say one sentence and people feel relaxed or tense.
That explains why some conversations feel awkward even with correct English.
Exactly.
Let's take a very common situation. You're in an elevator with a coworker.
Oh no.
Yes, the elevator test. You don't need a speech. You can say, long day? Busy morning? This weather is something else.
Those don't feel scary.
They shouldn't. Small talk English is safe English. No pressure, no deep opinions.
What if I don't know how to continue?
Great question. This is where echo phrases help.
Echo phrases?
Yes, if someone says, I'm really tired today, you can say, tired? Yeah, it's been one of those days.
So I don't need new ideas.
Exactly. You borrow the moment. And this is real English. And in the next chunk, we'll talk about something even deeper. What people say when they don't know what to say.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Exactly. Okay, Lily, now let's talk about one of the most common moments English learners face.
The blank mind moment?
Yes, that moment when your brain suddenly says, I have nothing.
Oh, wow. That happens to me all the time.
And that's okay. First, let's normalize it. Native speakers freeze too.
Really?
All the time. You've seen it. Someone says, let me think.
They're not stupid, they're thinking.
Exactly. The problem is not silence. The problem is panic.
So silence is allowed?
Yes. Silence is human. You don't need to fill it with perfect English. You just need a bridge.
A bridge?
Yes. When your mind is blank, you can say, let me think for a second. That's a good question. I'm not sure how to say this yet.
Those feel safe.
They are. They buy you time. They keep the conversation alive.
I always thought I had to answer immediately.
No, you're allowed to think. You're allowed to pause. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you real.
That takes pressure off.
And here's something else people don't tell you. You don't need to finish every thought.
Really?
Yes, you can say, you know what I mean? Something like that. It's hard to explain.
Native speakers say that a lot.
Exactly. Teacher tone, these phrases lower expectations. They invite understanding. So if your mind goes blank, remember this. Pause, breathe, use a bridge.
You don't need perfect English.
You just need human English. And in the next part, we'll bring everything together. Confidence, connection, and one simple habit you can practice today.
I think listeners will really need that.
Me too.
Lily, before we move forward, I want to pause for a moment.
Okay, this feels like an important pause.
Because the English people use every day is not the English most learners study.
Yes, that's so true.
Most textbooks teach English like a school subject, but real English is emotional. It's unfinished. It's messy. And it's deeply human.
That explains why perfect sentences often sound strange.
Exactly. Let me give you a simple example. A textbook teaches, I do not understand. But real life sounds like, sorry? Wait, what? I'm lost.
Those are the sentences people actually say.
Yes, and learners are often afraid to use them because they think short English means bad English.
I used to feel that, like I had to speak more to sound smarter.
Most learners feel that way. But in real conversations, clarity matters more than length, and comfort matters more than grammar.
So when someone says, yeah, kinda, that's real English?
Very real. Kinda means a little or not completely, and people use it constantly.
Nobody taught me that in class.
That's why this episode exists. Because you don't need advanced English to sound natural. You need useful English.
English that helps you survive real life.
Exactly. In this part, we're going to slow down real moments. Moments where people don't speak perfectly, but they connect.
Like daily situations?
Yes, at work, with friends, and in uncomfortable moments.
Those are the hardest ones.
Yes, and those are the ones that change everything. Let's start with a moment everyone knows. That awkward silence when you don't understand, but don't want to look stupid.
Oh, that moment.
That moment when you don't understand is where most learners freeze.
Yes, your mind goes blank. Even simple words disappear.
And that's not because your English is bad. It's because your brain goes into protection mode.
Protection mode?
Yes, your brain thinks danger, embarrassment, stay safe. So it shuts down words.
That makes so much sense. I always thought something was wrong with me.
Nothing is wrong with you. You just weren't taught what to say in that moment.
So, what should we say?
Let's start very small. Real English is often short. For example, sorry,
Just that?
just that. You don't need a full sentence. Native speakers say this all the time.
That already feels easier.
Here are a few more. Can you say that again? Just a second. I missed that part.
They all sound normal.
Because they are. Real English is about flow, not perfection.
I used to think I had to understand everything the first time.
No one does. Even native speakers say, wait, what? All the time.
That makes me feel better.
Good, because English is not a test. It's a tool. And tools don't need to be fancy.
So, even saying, that's okay?
Very okay. Means I'm thinking. It buys you time.
Time is everything.
Yes, time creates confidence. Most learners don't need more grammar. They need permission.
Permission to be human.
Exactly. And now, let's talk about another place this English appears. Not when you don't understand, but when you kind of understand.
Ah, the danger zone.
That kind of moment is where real English lives.
Yes. Not yes, not no, just somewhere in between.
Exactly. And English is full of those in-between spaces. People say, I guess so. Sort of. Maybe.
Those phrases feel safe.
Yes, they give you space to breathe. And nobody taught us that English can be soft.
I always thought English had to be strong and perfect.
No, English can be gentle. And gentle English is often the most powerful.
That changes everything.
I remember a moment when I finally understood this. I was speaking with someone much more fluent than me. I didn't understand every word. Actually, I understood maybe half.
That's very real.
Instead of panicking, I said, wait, I think I get it, but can you explain that part again?
And?
They smiled. They slowed down. They helped. Because real communication is cooperation.
Not competition.
Yes, English is not about showing how smart you are. It's about understanding and being understood.
That takes so much pressure away.
Good, because pressure kills confidence. And confidence grows in safe spaces.
Like this podcast.
Exactly. That's why we're here. Now, before we finish, we promised you something.
Yes, a small challenge.
Nothing scary, nothing perfect. Just real English.
Here's your challenge for today.
Stand in front of a mirror.
Or sit somewhere quiet and say one simple sentence. I'm learning English, and that's okay.
That's it. No grammar test, no judgment. Just showing up.
And if you feel ready, write one sentence in English in the comments. It can be short. We read every comment.
Yes, your words matter here. If this episode helped you, please subscribe to English Storytime Tales. Like this episode and share it with one friend who is learning English.
You never know. This might be exactly what they need today.
And we want to hear from you. What topic should we talk about next?
Your idea could become our next episode.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Take care of your English and take care of yourself.
Have a good day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Lily. Hey, English learners. Welcome back to English Storytime Tales, your friendly place to learn English through real-life conversations, simple words, and everyday stories. Here, learning English feels natural, not stressful.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here today. Whether you're listening in the morning, during your commute, or before bed, thank you for spending this time with us.
By the way, Lily, how are you today?
Honestly, a little busy, but excited. Talking here and learning English together always gives me energy.
Same here. And that's perfect, because today's episode is something you probably feel more often than you want to admit.
Yes, today we're talking about those moments when English feels too hard. When you feel tired, frustrated, or maybe even ready to give up.
And if you're listening right now thinking, yes, that's me, please know you're not weak.
You're human. Every English learner, every successful speaker has felt this way.
Actually, Lily, can I share something honest?
Of course. Go ahead.
Not long ago, I was studying something new. Not English, just a different skill. And I remember staring at the page thinking, I can't do this. This is too hard.
That feeling is heavy.
I felt small, like everyone else was smarter. Like maybe this wasn't for me.
And I know many listeners feel exactly that way with English. You open a book, you listen to a podcast, and your brain says, nope, too much.
Yes, your brain just closes the door. Like, sorry, come back tomorrow.
Exactly. And then you feel guilty.
But here's something very important, friends. Feeling frustrated does not mean you're failing.
It often means your brain is learning.
Think about exercise. If you lift something very light, it feels easy, but your muscles don't grow.
But when it feels heavy, that's when change happens.
English works the same way. When you don't understand everything, your brain is lifting a heavier weight.
So instead of saying, I'm bad at English, try saying, my brain is growing.
That small change can change everything.
And if today feels hard, please stay with us. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen.
Because you're not alone, and you're doing better than you think.
You know, Sam, when you said, my brain is growing, it made me think about something.
Tell me.
I think many learners believe that if learning feels hard, they're doing something wrong. But maybe hard is actually normal.
Yes, hard is not a problem. Hard is a sign you're stretching.
It's kind of funny, right? When something is easy, we say, oh, I'm not learning anything. But when it's hard, we say, oh no, I should stop.
Yes, our brains are very dramatic.
So dramatic. Like one difficult sentence and the brain says, this is impossible, give up immediately.
Yes, cancel the dream, delete the app, move to the mountains.
Exactly.
But here's something important I want everyone listening to hear. You don't need to feel confident to continue.
You only need to continue while feeling unsure.
Confidence doesn't come first. Confidence comes later, after many small tries.
I really want listeners to hear this. You are not waiting for confidence. You are building it.
Let me ask you something, Lily. Do you remember a time when English felt overwhelming for you?
Oh, yes, very clearly. I remember sitting with a notebook, trying to memorize vocabulary, and after 10 minutes, my head felt full.
That tired feeling.
Yes, I felt slow. I felt behind.
What did you do?
Honestly, I closed the notebook. I made some tea, and I told myself, today is not a big day. That's okay.
That's powerful.
I didn't quit. I just rested.
That difference matters. Resting is not quitting.
Sometimes learners think, if I stop today, I've failed. But stopping forever is quitting. Stopping for one day is resting.
It's like walking in the rain. You don't run, you don't stop, you just keep moving.
Even small steps count as movement.
Let's talk about time, because many listeners say, I don't have time for English.
Yes, work, family, stress.
Here's a secret. You don't need an hour. You need consistency.
5 minutes of English is better than 0 minutes.
5 minutes while brushing your teeth. 5 minutes while walking. 5 minutes before bed.
5 minutes still tells your brain, I care.
And when your brain hears that every day, it slowly starts to believe.
If today feels heavy, stay with us. You're exactly where you need to be.
You know, Lily, sometimes I think learners believe they are the only ones who feel this tired. Like everyone else is moving forward and they're standing still.
Yes, that feeling can be very lonely.
But the truth is, almost every English learner has felt exactly this way, even the confident speakers.
Even the confident ones.
Yes, confidence usually comes after many quiet struggles, not before.
That makes me think maybe confidence isn't loud.
Exactly. Confidence is often very quiet.
Like showing up again, even when no one is watching.
Yes, especially then.
I remember a time when I didn't want to speak English at all. Not because I didn't know the words, but because I was afraid of sounding silly.
That fear is very real.
I would prepare sentences in my head, but when the moment came, my mouth stayed closed.
And that doesn't mean you were weak.
I know that now, but at that time, I thought something was wrong with me.
Nothing was wrong. You were learning.
Learning is messy. It's not a straight line.
It's more like a path through a forest. Sometimes clear, sometimes confusing.
Sometimes you stop and look around.
And that pause is part of the journey.
If you're listening right now and feeling slow, you are not falling behind.
You are exactly where your learning needs you to be.
You don't need to rush. English is not running away from you.
English will wait. It's very patient.
Yes, English is not angry with you.
It doesn't judge you. It simply waits for the next small step.
And today, just listening is already a step.
Sometimes growth looks quiet. No big results, no applause.
But quiet growth is still growth.
One day, you will look back and realize these small moments were building something strong.
Something that lasts.
So for now, just stay with us. Breathe. Listen.
You're doing better than you think.
You know, Lily, after we talked about quiet growth, I started thinking about something. Why do we believe progress has to feel big to be real?
That's a good question. Maybe because we see big results online?
Yes, we see before and after, but never the middle.
And the middle is where most people live.
Exactly. The middle feels slow, messy, uncertain.
And sometimes boring.
Yes, very boring.
I remember when I was learning English, there were weeks when nothing exciting happened. No big wow moment.
Just showing up.
Yes, listening, repeating, making mistakes.
That's progress.
But at the time, it didn't feel like progress.
Progress often feels invisible while it's happening.
If you're listening right now and thinking, I'm not improving, please hear this.
Improvement is not a feeling, it's a process.
Some days you feel confident, some days you feel stuck.
Both days count,
Even the tired days?
especially the tired days.
Why especially those?
Because on tired days, you're learning something important. You're learning how to continue without motivation.
And that builds trust with yourself.
Yes,
You start believing, I don't need perfect conditions to grow.
That belief is very powerful.
Once you believe that, English stops feeling like a test. It starts feeling like a companion.
Walking with you, at your pace.
No pressure, no race.
Just one sentence at a time.
And that's enough.
More than enough.
When learners understand this, they stop asking, am I good enough? And start asking, what's my next small step?
That question feels lighter.
Because it moves you forward without fear. You know, Lily, sometimes I think learners believe there is a right feeling for learning English.
What do you mean?
They think learning should feel exciting every day, or clear, or confident.
Ah, like a perfect movie montage.
Exactly. But real learning doesn't look like that.
Most days feel ordinary.
And ordinary days are where real change happens.
If you're listening and today feels boring, that doesn't mean you're failing.
It means you're consistent.
Consistency is quiet.
Very quiet, but very strong.
I remember a time when I felt stuck for months. No new words stayed in my head. I thought, what's wrong with me? Why am I so slow?
Nothing was wrong.
Yes, my brain was resting.
Learning is like breathing. You don't notice every breath, but it keeps you alive.
That's beautiful.
Some days you inhale new words, some days you just breathe.
Both are part of learning.
Exactly.
So if today you only listened, that's enough.
Listening builds understanding. Understanding builds confidence.
And confidence builds courage.
Yes.
Many learners think they need confidence to speak, but confidence comes after you speak.
That's unfair, but true. You don't wait to feel ready. You grow into readiness.
Like learning to walk.
You fall. You wobble. You stand again.
And no one says, you failed.
They say try again.
English deserves the same kindness.
And so do you.
If your progress feels slow, it doesn't mean you're behind.
It means you're learning in a real way.
And real learning lasts.
You know, Lily, sometimes I think we forget how much we actually do in one day.
What do you mean?
We say, I didn't practice English today. But then
But then?
you listened to a song. You read one message. You understood one sentence.
Oh, that counts.
It all counts.
So even when I watch a movie and only understand 5 words?
Especially then.
Wow, I feel much better already.
That's the thing. When you change how you see effort, effort feels lighter.
Yesterday, I was so tired. I didn't want to study at all. But I still listened to 5 minutes of English. Just 5.
That's a win.
Really?
Yes, because you didn't stop.
I like that.
Stopping is not resting, and resting is not quitting.
So lying on the couch listening to English is allowed?
Very allowed.
What about learning English while eating snacks?
That might be the best method.
I knew it!
Jokes aside, these small moments matter.
They slowly build trust with yourself.
Yes, you start thinking, I show up.
And that feeling stays.
One day, you notice something strange.
What?
English doesn't scare you the same way,
It feels familiar.
like an old friend.
And that's when learners realize they were growing the whole time.
Even on the quiet days.
Especially on the quiet days.
And once you understand that, learning stops feeling heavy.
It starts feeling possible.
Very possible. You know, Lily, there's something we haven't talked about yet.
What is it?
The quiet moments.
The quiet moments?
Yes, the moments when you don't speak.
Oh,
Many learners think silence means failure, but that's not true.
I remember being in a room, everyone talking in English, and I stayed quiet. Not because I had nothing to say, but because I was thinking.
That thinking, that's not weakness.
It's preparation.
Exactly.
I used to go home and think, I was too quiet today.
But really, you were listening.
Yes.
Listening is not passive. It's active learning,
Your brain is working quietly, connecting sounds and meaning.
like a computer loading, but in a very smart way.
Ah, yes, the spinning wheel of English.
Exactly.
Sometimes silence protects us too.
How?
When you don't feel ready, silence gives you space.
And space is where confidence grows.
If you're listening right now and you often feel quiet in English,
You're not broken. You're learning.
and you don't need to rush.
Speaking comes from safety, not pressure.
When you feel safe, words come naturally.
And once you understand silence, you stop fighting yourself.
You start working with yourself.
That changes everything. Lily, do you know something interesting?
What?
Native speakers, they use silence all the time.
Really?
Yes, but no one teaches that.
That's true.
When native speakers pause, they're not stuck.
They're thinking.
Exactly.
I remember my first job interview in English. Every pause felt dangerous. I thought, if I stop talking, they'll think I'm stupid.
But what actually happened?
They waited. Calmly.
Because silence is normal.
Yes. And after that, my words came out better.
Silence gives your brain space. Space makes English clearer.
So, pauses are not the enemy?
No, they're your secret helper.
I love that.
Let's make this practical.
Okay.
When you speak, you don't need to rush,
You can pause.
even for 1 second.
That second belongs to me.
Yes, it's your thinking space.
That feels safe.
And safety builds confidence.
If you're listening and you're quiet in English, that doesn't mean you're behind.
It means you're thoughtful.
And thoughtful speakers become strong speakers.
Once you accept silence, you stop fearing English.
You start trusting yourself.
And that trust changes everything. You know, Lily, something changes when silence and small words work together.
Small words?
Yeah, words like, kind of, I mean.
Oh, those words.
The words everyone uses, but learners think they're not allowed to.
I used to think fillers were mistakes. Like, if I said I failed.
But natives use them constantly.
So when I pause and say, I'm not wrong,
You're human.
that feels really comforting.
Let me tell you a funny story.
Oh no.
The first time I spoke English in public, I tried to sound perfect. No pauses, no fillers, no breathing.
That sounds stressful already.
I spoke so fast, I forgot my own sentence. My brain just left the room.
I know that feeling.
Then a native speaker told me, just pause. Say, it's okay.
And that changed everything.
Yes, my English became slower, but stronger.
If you're listening right now and you feel pressure to sound perfect,
Please hear this.
English is not a test.
It's a conversation.
And conversations breathe.
Silence, fillers, small pauses, they're all part of real English.
I think listeners need to hear this.
Yes, because no one ever says you're allowed to be slow.
But you are.
When you stop fighting English, English starts working with you.
And that's when speaking feels lighter.
Once you feel that, you're ready for something new.
Something practical.
Something you can try very soon. You know, Lily, something really important happens when people stop just listening and start trusting their own voice.
Yes. And that moment is very quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah, it's not loud. It's the moment when someone thinks, maybe I can try.
I love that. Not I'm fluent. Not I'm perfect. Just I can try.
That sentence alone feels brave.
Can I share something honest?
Always.
The first time I spoke English out loud to a stranger, my hands were shaking.
Oh, wow.
I practiced the sentence in my head about 50 times, and when it was time to speak, I forgot the sentence completely.
Of course.
I just smiled, said, and pointed.
Pointing is universal English.
But something interesting happened. The other person waited.
They didn't rush you.
Exactly. They smiled. They gave me space.
That's real conversation.
If you're listening right now and you're afraid to speak, please remember this.
Most people are kinder than your fear.
And your accent, your pauses, your fillers, they don't make you weak.
They make you real.
And when people feel you're real, they listen.
I think our listeners are ready.
Ready to speak without waiting for perfection.
Ready to use English the way it's really used.
Once you accept that, something changes inside.
You stop hiding.
And you start showing up.
And that feeling, it grows.
Let's stay with that feeling. There's more to build on it. You know what I keep thinking about? How many people listening right now already speak more English than they believe?
Yes, and they don't see it.
They say, I'm still a beginner, but beginners don't understand podcasts.
Exactly. Beginners don't listen for this long.
Beginners don't stay when there's no grammar chart.
True. They're already doing something brave.
If you're still here with us, you're not trying English. You're living in it.
And living in a language is very different from studying it.
Can I ask you something, Lily?
Of course.
Do you remember the first time you spoke English without planning the sentence?
Oh, yes. It was a mess.
The best kind.
I mixed tenses, forgot words, and said, you know, every 2 seconds.
So you spoke like a native.
Exactly.
That's something we don't say enough. Real English is not clean.
It's full of pauses, fillers, little mistakes.
And none of those mean you're doing it wrong.
They mean you're thinking in English.
Most fear comes from one idea. I must sound perfect.
But conversation doesn't ask for perfection,
It asks for presence.
for listening, for responding.
I once had a full conversation where I forgot the word spoon.
Oh no.
I said, the small metal thing for soup.
That's perfect English.
And they understood me. That's the goal.
Communication.
You don't need to sound smart. You just need to be clear enough.
And kind to yourself while speaking.
Something shifts when people realize this. They stop hiding.
And they start stepping forward.
That's where confidence grows. Not loudly, but steadily.
And once that confidence is there, something new becomes possible.
Let's stay with this feeling. There's one more layer to uncover. You know, I feel like something changes right here.
Yeah? What do you mean?
This moment when listening quietly turns into wanting to speak.
That moment feels scary, but also exciting.
Yes, and here's something important. You don't need to speak perfectly to be a speaker.
You just need to speak honestly.
Even if your sentence is slow, even if you pause, even if you say, how do I say this?
Which, by the way, native speakers say all the time.
Sometimes more than learners.
Yes, I hear it every day.
If you're listening right now and thinking, I'm still not ready to speak, I want you to hear this clearly.
You are more ready than you think.
Readiness doesn't arrive first. Action creates readiness.
Confidence comes after speaking, not before.
I remember the first time I spoke English out loud alone. Not to a person, just to myself.
Oh, mirror talk?
Yes, and it felt strange.
But powerful.
Because that was the first time English wasn't just in my head, it became a voice.
That's a big moment.
And that's what today's about. Not pressure, just a small step forward.
Which brings us to something very simple.
A small challenge.
Nothing scary, nothing perfect.
Just one moment today where you use English.
Say one sentence about your day in English, or talk to yourself, or write one comment.
That's it. That's the win.
And when you do it, you're no longer just a listener.
You're a speaker. All right, friends, that brings us to the end of today's episode of English Storytime Tales. If you listened all the way till now, great job. That already means you're taking your English learning seriously.
Yes, well done. Today, you practiced real, everyday English. Simple sentences, useful expressions, and natural conversation.
If you enjoyed this episode or learned something new, please take a moment to give it a like. It really helps us a lot and tells us we're creating the right kind of content for you.
And don't forget to subscribe to English Storytime Tales. When you subscribe and like, it really helps us keep making more episodes like this. Episodes that help you feel confident, comfortable, and excited about your English learning journey.
Now it's time for today's comment task. In the comments, write one sentence about your day in English, or tell us which country you're listening from.
And here's something fun. What topic should we talk about next? Daily life, work, travel, friends, feelings. Your idea might become our next episode.
Here's today's small challenge. Try to use one new word or sentence from this episode today, at home, at work, or even talking to yourself.
Then come back and comment, I completed the challenge. We read your comments, and they inspire other learners too.
To learn English takes time, but you're growing every day.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and believe in yourself.
Thanks for learning with us, and we'll see you in the next episode of English Storytime Tales. Goodbye, Lily.
Bye, Sam, and have a wonderful day, listeners.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our next episode of English Storytime Tales. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Hello, everyone. It feels really nice to be here with you again. I'm Lily.
And I'm Sam.
So, Sam, how are you today?
I'm feeling really good today. I had a peaceful morning, and that made me happy. How about you, Lily? How are you doing today?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited because I was thinking about my future this morning.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What were you thinking about?
I was thinking about my dreams and goals and what I want to do in my life.
That's perfect, because today's topic is exactly about that. Today, we are going to talk about your future goals and dreams in English.
Yes, this is a very exciting topic. And we also have a surprise and a fun challenge for you at the end.
So make sure you stay with us until the end. You don't want to miss it.
Before we continue, please like this episode, subscribe to English Storytime Tales, and share this with a friend who is learning English.
Because if you don't,
I will get very sad. Very, very sad.
And if Lily is sad, nobody is happy.
So please click like and subscribe to make me smile.
So, Lily, let me ask you something. Do you have a dream for your future?
Yes, I do. I have many dreams. One of my biggest dreams is to travel around the world and meet new people.
That sounds amazing. Traveling is a beautiful dream. Why do you want to travel so much?
Because I want to see different cultures and learn how people live in different places.
That's a wonderful reason. Your dream sounds very meaningful.
What about you, San? What is one of your dreams?
One of my dreams is to become really good at English and help other people learn it too.
That's perfect for this channel.
Yes, I want to speak confidently and help others feel confident too. Now, listeners, let's learn some important words. When you talk about dreams, you can say, I want to, I hope to, I dream of, I would like to.
For example, I want to travel.
I hope to get a good job. I dream of being successful.
So, Lily, do you think it's okay to have big dreams?
Yes, it is very good to have big dreams. Big dreams give us motivation.
That's true. Dreams help us keep going. Now, listeners, think about your own dream. What do you want to do in the future?
You can say it in simple English. Even one sentence is great.
And remember, your dream matters. You know, Lily, when you said you want to travel the world, it made me think about something.
What did it make you think about?
It made me think about how everyone has a dream, but not everyone talks about it.
That's true. Some people are afraid to say their dreams out loud.
Yes, because they're afraid of failing.
But it's okay to fail. Failing is part of learning.
Exactly. You don't fail when you try, you only fail when you stop.
So, Sam, do you remember your first big dream?
Yes, I do. When I was younger, I wanted to become a teacher. I wanted to help people learn and grow.
That sounds just like you.
And now, in a way, I'm living that dream with this channel. Now, listeners, let's learn some important words. You can say, my goal is, I'm working towards, I want to achieve.
For example, my goal is to speak English fluently. I'm working towards a better job. So, Sam, what is one goal you have right now?
My goal is to improve myself every day. I want to be better than yesterday.
That's a beautiful goal.
You know, Lily, sometimes people think dreams are only for young people.
But that's not true. Anyone can have dreams at any age.
Yes, dreams don't have an expiration date.
Now, listeners, think about one goal you have right now. It can be small or big.
Even small goals can change your life. Curious, Lily, what do you think is the hardest part about following a dream?
I think the hardest part is staying motivated.
Yes, sometimes you feel tired, sometimes you feel unsure.
But that's when you need to believe in yourself.
Here are some useful phrases. I believe in myself. I will not give up. I am working hard.
Say these sentences. They give you power.
Now, listeners, take a moment. Think about your future. What do you really want?
Your dreams are important.
You know, Lily, when we talk about dreams, I always think about the fear people feel inside.
Yes, many people have big dreams, but they are afraid to even say them.
Why do you think people are afraid?
Because they are afraid of failing. They are afraid of being judged. They are afraid of not being good enough.
That's true. Sometimes the biggest enemy is inside our own mind.
But dreams are not about being perfect. They are about trying.
Yes, if you never try, you never move forward.
So, Sam, have you ever been scared to follow a dream?
Yes, many times. There were moments when I felt very unsure about myself. I asked myself, am I good enough? Can I really do this?
And what did you do?
I kept going. Even when I was scared, I took small steps forward.
That's very inspiring.
Now, listeners, this is very important English. When you talk about fear and dreams, you can say, I am afraid of, I worry about, I feel nervous about.
For example, I am afraid of failing. I worry about the future. I feel nervous about my job.
So, Lily, do you ever worry about your future?
Yes, sometimes I do. I worry about making the right choices.
That's normal. Everyone worries sometimes.
But I try to remember that I am learning. Every day I grow.
Dreams are not something you reach in one day. They are built slowly.
Yes, one small step at a time.
You can say, I am working on my dream. I am getting better. I am improving.
These sentences are powerful. They help you believe in yourself.
Now, listeners, think about something you want to improve. It can be English, your job, or your confidence.
You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going.
You know, Lily, you know what I really like about dreams?
What do you like about them?
Dreams give us direction. They show us where we want to go.
Yes, without dreams, life can feel empty or confusing.
Sometimes people feel lost because they don't know what they want.
But it's okay not to know. You can discover your dreams slowly.
How did you discover your dream to travel?
I discovered it when I met people from other countries. I loved hearing their stories and learning about their lives.
That sounds amazing. Stories can really change how we see the world.
So, Sam, do you think everyone has a dream?
I believe everyone has one, even if they don't know it yet.
Sometimes dreams are hidden. They wait for us to find them.
Now, listeners, let's learn some useful expressions. You can say, I want to become, I hope to be, I see myself as.
For example, I want to become a teacher. I hope to be successful. I see myself as a confident speaker.
So, Lily, how do you feel about your future?
I feel excited and a little nervous, but mostly I feel hopeful.
Hope is very powerful. It keeps us moving forward.
Some people think they are too late to follow a dream.
But it is never too late. As long as you are alive, you can still grow. You can say, it's not too late. I can still change. I can still learn.
These words give you strength.
Now, listeners, take a deep breath. Think about your future again. What kind of person do you want to be?
Your future is in your hands.
Lily, sometimes when I think about the future, I feel a little scared, but also very excited.
Yes, the future can feel like a big unknown.
But inside that unknown, there are so many possibilities.
And every possibility is a chance to grow.
Do you think people should follow their heart or their mind when they choose a dream?
I think both are important. Your heart tells you what you love, and your mind helps you plan.
That's a beautiful way to think about it.
So, Sam, if you could give one piece of advice about dreams, what would it be?
I would say, don't be afraid to start small. Big dreams begin with small steps.
That's very true. Small steps still move you forward.
Listeners, this is another useful phrase. You can say, I am taking steps towards my dream.
This sentence shows effort and hope.
You don't need to know everything today. You just need to know your next step.
And every step makes you stronger.
Some days will be hard. Some days you may feel tired.
But those days are part of the journey.
If you keep going, you will be proud of yourself.
Listeners, your dreams are important. Your future matters.
And you are capable of more than you think. So, Lily, after talking about dreams for so long, I feel something special inside.
Me too. It feels like we're not just talking, but really sharing our hearts.
Dreams are very personal. They show what we care about most.
Yes, when someone tells you their dream, they are trusting you.
Do you think talking about dreams makes people feel closer?
I think it does. It helps us understand each other better.
That's true. We see the real person behind the words.
So, Sam, when you imagine your future, what do you see?
I see myself happy, doing something meaningful and helping other people.
That sounds like a beautiful future.
Now, listeners, this is very important English. You can say, I want to be, I hope to, I dream of, I am working toward.
These sentences are powerful. Say them with confidence.
And now we are getting close to the surprise.
Yes, you've been waiting, and it's almost time.
Before we reveal it, let's talk about one more thing. Your future is not written yet. You are writing it every day.
Every choice you make is shaping your tomorrow.
So be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself.
And don't give up on your dreams.
Okay, Lily, I think it's time.
Yes, it's time for the surprise and the challenge.
Listeners, are you ready?
Here is your challenge. In the comments, write 3 sentences about your future. 1 sentence about what you want, 1 sentence about what you hope, and 1 sentence about what you are working toward.
For example, I want to speak English fluently. I hope to get a good job. I am working toward my dream.
We read every single comment. Your words matter to us.
And if you enjoyed this conversation, please like this episode, subscribe to English Storytime Tales, and share it with a friend who is learning English. We teach you something useful in English every day, and there is always a new episode waiting for you.
Yes, you are never alone in your English journey.
Now tell us, what topic should we talk about next?
Your ideas help us make better episodes.
Your comment might become our next show. Thank you for spending this time with us today.
Keep believing in yourself. Keep learning. Keep dreaming.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hi everyone, welcome to our next episode of English Storytime Tales. We're really happy you're here with us today.
Hello, everyone. It feels great to be back with you. I'm Lily.
And I'm Sam.
So, Sam, how are you today?
I'm feeling really good today. I had a quiet morning and it made me feel calm. How about you, Lily? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling excited. I was thinking about my work this morning and it gave me a lot of energy.
That's perfect because today's topic is about jobs and work life. Today we're going to learn how to talk about your job in English.
Yes, this is one of the most common questions people ask. When you meet someone, they often ask, "What do you do?"
And don't forget, we have a surprise and a fun challenge for you at the end, so stay with us.
Before we start, please like this episode, subscribe to English Storytime Tales, and share this with a friend who is learning English.
Because if you don't,
I will get very sad.
and nobody wants a sad Lily. So, Lily, what do you do?
I work as a graphic designer. I create images and designs for different people.
That sounds very creative. Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, I really enjoy it. I like using my imagination.
That's wonderful. When you enjoy your job, it makes life better.
What about you, Sam? What do you do for work?
I work as an English teacher. I help people improve their English.
That's perfect for this podcast.
Yes, I feel very proud of my job. Now, listeners, let's learn some useful English. When someone asks, "What do you do?" you can say, "I am a," or "I work as a."
For example, I am a student. I work as a nurse. I work in an office.
Now, think about your own job. Do you work? Do you study? Do you stay at home?
You can answer in simple English.
And Lily, you said you enjoy being a designer. What do you like most about your job?
I like being creative. I love seeing something new come to life.
That must feel very satisfying.
Yes, when a client likes my design, it makes me feel proud.
Do you ever feel tired from work?
Yes, sometimes I do. Work can be tiring. But when I enjoy my job, it doesn't feel so heavy.
That's very true. Now, listeners, this is important English. You can say, "I like my job." "I enjoy my work." "My job is interesting."
These sentences help you talk about your work.
So, Lily, what do you like about being a teacher? I like helping people. I like seeing students improve. When someone understands something new, it makes me smile.
That's very kind of you.
Work is not just about money. It is also about purpose.
Yes, we want to feel useful.
Here are more useful phrases. My job is stressful. My job is easy. My job is challenging.
You can use these to describe how you feel.
Now, listeners, think about your own work or study. How does it make you feel?
It's okay to feel happy or tired. Both are normal.
And remember, we still have a fun surprise and challenge waiting for you. And Lily, do you remember your first job?
Yes, I do. I worked in a small cafe.
What was it like?
It was busy and sometimes tiring, but I learned a lot.
Your first job always teaches you something. Now, listeners, you can talk about your past job like this. I used to work as, I worked in,
My first job was.
For example, I used to work in a shop. My first job was in a restaurant.
Every job helps us grow. Even small jobs are important.
Yes, they teach responsibility.
Now, listeners, think about your first job or your current job. How did it change you?
You can share it in the comments later.
We're just getting started. This topic gets even more interesting.
So stay with us, there's more coming.
So, Lily, when we were talking about first jobs, it made me think about how work changes us.
Yes, work teaches us many things, not only about money, but also about ourselves.
Do you think your job has changed you?
Yes, it has. I am more confident now than before.
That's wonderful. A good job can help us grow.
Do you ever feel stressed at work, Sam?
Yes, sometimes I do. Teaching can be stressful. There are many things to plan, many students to help.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Now, listeners, this is useful English. You can say, I feel stressed at work. I am busy. I have a lot to do.
These sentences help you talk about your job.
So, Lily, how do you relax after a long workday?
I like to listen to music and go for a short walk.
That's a nice way to relax.
Do you think people should love their jobs?
I think it helps a lot, but not everyone can love their job every day. What matters is feeling respected.
Yes, feeling respected is very important.
Now, listeners, think about your own job or studies. Think about how do you feel at work?
It's okay to feel tired or happy.
So, Lily, if you could choose any job in the world, what would it be?
I would love to be a travel photographer.
That sounds amazing. You could see many places.
Yes, and I could tell stories with my photos.
Many people have dream jobs. You can say, my dream job is, or I would love to be.
For example, my dream job is to be a doctor. I would love to be a writer.
Do you think people should change jobs if they are unhappy?
Sometimes, yes. If you are unhappy every day, it is not healthy.
That's true. Life is too short to be unhappy.
Have you ever wanted to change your job, Sam?
Yes, in the past I did, but now I feel happy teaching.
That's great. Finding a job you enjoy is special.
Now, listeners, let's learn more English. You can say, I'm thinking about changing jobs. I'm looking for a new job. I want to do something different.
These phrases are very useful in real life.
Now think about your own future. Do you want to stay in your job or try something new?
Your future is open.
So, Lily, sometimes people stay in jobs because they are afraid of change.
Yes, change can be scary.
But change can also bring new opportunities.
Sometimes change is the beginning of something better.
Now, listeners, here are some more useful sentences. You can say, I want to grow. I want to improve. I want a better future.
You can use these when talking about work.
No matter what job you have, you are learning something.
Every experience helps you grow.
And remember, we are building something special together.
Yes, and it gets even more interesting.
So stay with us. There's more to come. So, Lily, sometimes work is not easy.
Yes, sometimes we face problems.
What kind of problems do people usually have at work?
Some people feel too busy. Some feel tired. Some feel they are not appreciated.
That is very true. Feeling appreciated is very important. Now, listeners, this is useful English. You can say, I feel tired at work. I feel stressed. I feel under pressure.
These sentences help you talk about your feelings. And Sam, how do you deal with stress at work?
I try to stay organized. I take small breaks. And I remind myself why I do this job.
That's a very healthy way to think.
Sometimes people also have problems with coworkers.
Yes, not everyone is easy to work with.
You can say, I work with a team. I have a good boss. I have helpful coworkers.
These phrases help you describe your workplace.
Now, listeners, think about your workplace. Do you like the people you work with?
Good people make work better.
So, Lily, do you think communication is important at work?
Yes, very important. Good communication helps avoid problems.
Now, listeners, here are some very useful work phrases. You can say, "Can you help me? I don't understand. Could you explain this?"
These phrases are polite and useful.
Many people feel shy at work, especially in English.
Yes, speaking a new language at work is hard.
But it gets easier with practice.
And Sam, how can someone become more confident at work?
By speaking up, by asking questions, by learning new things.
Every time you try, you become stronger.
Now, listeners, don't be afraid to speak English at work. Even simple sentences are good.
People will understand you.
And remember, this topic gets even more interesting.
So stay with us.
And you don't want to miss it. Confidence at work is not about being perfect.
It is about trying and learning.
Yes, everyone makes mistakes. Now, listeners, here is something important. You can say, "I made a mistake. I am learning. I will do better."
These sentences show confidence.
Your job does not define your worth.
You are more than your work.
And now, we're getting close to something special.
Yes, something fun is coming.
So stay with us. You don't want to miss it.
You know, Lily, after everything we talked about today, I feel something special.
Me too. Work is not just about jobs. It is about people.
Everyone has a story behind their work.
Yes, every person is working hard in their own way.
Do you think people are proud of their work?
Even if they don't say it, most people are proud inside.
And they should be. Now, listeners, here are some beautiful sentences. I am proud of my work. I do my best. I am trying every day.
These sentences show strength.
And now we are getting close to the surprise.
Yes, something fun is coming.
So, Lily, if you could tell our listeners one thing about work, what would it be?
I would tell them to be kind to themselves. Work can be hard.
That is very true.
Some days you feel strong, some days you feel tired.
But every day you are doing your best. Now, listeners, here is something important. You can say, "I am doing my best. I am learning. I am improving."
These words give you confidence.
Okay, Lily, I think it's time.
Yes, it's almost time for the challenge.
All right, everyone, here is your challenge.
In the comments, write 3 sentences about your work. 1 sentence about what you do, 1 sentence about how you feel, 1 sentence about what you want in the future.
For example, I work in an office. I enjoy my job. I want a better future.
We read every single comment. Your story matters.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please like this episode, subscribe to English Storytime Tales, and share it with someone who is learning English. We bring you something useful in English every day, and there's always a new episode waiting for you.
Yes, learning English can be fun and easy.
Now, tell us, what topic should we talk about next?
Your idea might become our next episode.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Keep learning, keep growing, keep believing in yourself.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.
I want to ask you something that might feel a little uncomfortable.
Why do I already feel exposed?
Because I think this happens to almost everyone learning English.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Have you ever known exactly what you wanted to say, like perfectly clear in your head?
Yes,
And then the moment you opened your mouth,
nothing came out.
exactly.
That happens to me all the time.
And it's such a strange feeling.
Because inside my head, my English sounds great.
Fluent.
Very fluent.
But outside,
My brain just goes blank.
what do you usually feel in that moment?
Panic.
Yeah,
My heart starts beating faster, and suddenly I feel like everyone is watching me.
even if no one actually is.
Exactly.
And then there's this pressure.
To say something quickly.
Yes,
Because silence feels awkward.
silence feels dangerous.
And the more I think about it,
The worse it gets.
It's like my English runs away.
That's a perfect description.
I always think, where did my English go?
And you start blaming yourself.
Yes.
You think you forgot everything.
Or that I was never good in the first place.
That thought is heavy.
It really is.
But here's something important.
Okay.
Your English didn't disappear.
It didn't?
No,
Then why does it feel like it did?
because speaking and thinking are not the same thing.
They feel connected, though.
They are, but they work differently.
I always thought if I can think it, I should be able to say it.
That's a very logical thought.
But English doesn't work that way?
Not under pressure.
Pressure changes everything.
Yes,
When I'm alone, I can talk to myself in English.
and it flows.
Sometimes I even sound confident.
Of course.
But when someone is in front of me,
Your body reacts.
my shoulders get tense.
Your breathing changes.
And suddenly, English feels risky.
Exactly.
But why does my brain do that?
Because your brain thinks it's protecting you.
Protecting me?
Yes.
From embarrassment?
From judgment.
That makes sense.
Your brain doesn't know this is just a conversation,
It feels like danger.
even though it's not.
I always thought silence meant failure.
Silence is just a pause.
No one ever told me that.
Most people don't talk about this,
They just say, practice more.
which doesn't help in that moment.
Not at all.
This is why smart English learners sometimes sound quiet.
Smart English learners?
Yes,
I always thought confident speakers were smarter.
confidence comes later.
So silence doesn't mean I'm bad at English.
It never did.
That feels comforting.
Good.
So what should we do in those moments?
That's what we'll talk about next.
Okay, now I really want to know.
Good, because this is where things start to change.
You know what's interesting about those moments when English disappears?
What?
Sam, they usually happen when the conversation matters to you.
Yes, that's true.
It's never when you're talking to yourself.
Or when I'm alone in my room.
Exactly.
I admit it, it happens when I want to sound smart.
Or clear.
Or when I don't want to disappoint the other person.
That's a lot of pressure.
I didn't realize I was putting that pressure on myself.
Most people don't.
I always blame my vocabulary.
But the problem isn't vocabulary.
Then what is it?
It's timing and fear and your brain trying to choose the perfect sentence.
So my brain is multitasking?
Too much.
No wonder it freezes.
Exactly.
I replay sentences in my head before I say them.
That's very common.
I think, is this correct? Is this polite? Is this natural?
That's 3 questions already.
And then the moment passes.
Yes.
And then I feel stupid for not speaking.
That feeling is unfair to yourself.
I know, but it feels automatic.
Because your brain wants safety.
Safety from what?
From making a mistake in front of someone.
Mistakes feel very public.
Especially in another language.
When I make mistakes in my own language, I don't care.
Because your identity isn't attached to it.
But in English,
It feels personal.
like people are judging me, not my English.
Exactly.
So my brain thinks silence is safer than speaking badly,
Yes.
even though silence makes me feel worse later.
Your brain only thinks short term.
So in the moment, silence feels like protection.
But afterward, it feels like regret.
That's very accurate.
And here's the important part.
Okay.
Good speakers don't wait for perfect sentences.
They don't?
Not at all.
But they sound confident.
Because they allow imperfect sentences.
So confidence comes after speaking.
Exactly.
I always thought confidence had to come first.
That's a very common misunderstanding.
So I'm waiting for something that comes later.
Yes.
That explains why I'm always waiting.
And why English feels stuck.
So, what should I do when my mind goes blank?
First, stop judging the silence.
Stop judging it.
Yes,
That sounds hard.
it is at first.
I usually panic when there's silence.
Most people do.
Silence feels like failure.
But silence is just thinking time.
I never saw it like that.
That shift changes everything.
So silence doesn't mean my English disappeared.
It means your brain is working.
That feels much kinder.
Kindness helps language flow.
So maybe I don't need to rush.
Exactly.
This already feels different.
Good, because in the next part,
We talk about what actually to say when your mind goes blank?
yes, and how to keep the conversation alive without pressure. This is the part most people are surprised by.
I already feel like something is about to change my mindset.
Because what you say when your mind goes blank doesn't need to be clever.
That already sounds relieving.
Most learners think they need a full sentence ready in their head.
Yes, I wait until it sounds perfect.
That waiting is what stops you.
So it's not that I don't know English.
It's that you're trying to perform.
That word, perform, hits hard.
Because conversations aren't performances.
They're messy,
Very messy.
even in my own language.
Especially in your own language.
So what do confident speakers do instead?
They buy time.
Buy time?
Yes,
Without going silent?
exactly.
How?
They say things like, "Let me think for a second. That's a good question. How can I explain this?"
Those are allowed?
Very allowed.
I always thought those sounded weak.
They sound human.
So native speakers use these too?
All the time.
I notice people say and a lot.
Exactly.
I thought that meant they weren't confident.
It means they're thinking.
So thinking out loud is normal.
Very normal.
I always thought silence made me look unprepared.
Rushing makes you sound more nervous than silence.
That's true.
When you rush, your brain panics more.
And I forget even simple words.
Because panic blocks memory.
So slowing down actually helps my English.
Yes,
That feels backwards, but comforting.
most helpful things feel backwards at first.
Honestly, so instead of forcing sentences,
You allow imperfect ones.
like starting small,
Very small.
short phrases,
Yes,
even if grammar isn't perfect.
meaning matters more than perfection.
I needed to hear that.
Most learners do.
I realize now I was afraid of being judged.
That fear is very human.
But most people aren't judging that much.
They're usually thinking about themselves.
That's so true.
Everyone is busy being human.
So my silence felt bigger to me than to them.
Exactly.
This makes me want to try again.
That's the best outcome.
So in the final part,
We talk about how to build confidence after these moments, not before.
okay, I'm ready for that.
I think this is the part where people finally stop being hard on themselves.
It already feels that way.
Because once you understand what's happening, the shame disappears.
Yes, I don't feel broken anymore.
You never were.
I used to think confident speakers were fearless.
They're not.
Then what are they?
They're comfortable being imperfect out loud.
That sounds freeing.
It is.
I realize now confidence didn't come before speaking.
It came from surviving those awkward moments.
Surviving silence.
Yes,
And realizing nothing bad happened.
exactly.
People didn't laugh.
They didn't leave.
The conversation continued.
That's how your brain learns safety.
So confidence is learned, not decided.
Always.
I used to wait until I felt ready.
That moment never comes.
No, it really doesn't.
Confidence follows action,
Even small action,
especially small action,
like saying one sentence
or even one phrase.
and letting it be imperfect.
That's the key.
I wish English learning talked more about this.
Most people focus on words.
But the real battle is emotional.
Very much so.
I feel calmer just listening to this
That's intentional.
because English already feels stressful for many people.
We don't want to add more pressure.
So next time my mind goes blank,
You pause
breathe,
and say something simple,
even if it's not perfect.
especially if it's not perfect.
That feels like permission.
That's exactly what it is.
So English didn't disappear.
It was just waiting for safety.
I like that idea.
Me too.
If you're listening right now,
And this felt familiar.
you're not alone.
And you're not bad at English.
You're learning how to speak as a human.
Not as a textbook.
If this helped you,
Tell us in the comments.
have you ever gone silent even though you knew the answer?
We'd love to hear your experience.
And maybe talk about it in another episode.
Thank you for listening with us.
We really appreciate you.
Before we go, can I say one small thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you enjoyed this conversation and it felt relatable,
Please consider subscribing to our channel.
you're listening to English Storytime Tales, our English conversation podcast.
When you like, share, or leave a comment, it really helps us.
It helps more people find these conversations.
And it tells us what's actually useful for you.
We read your comments.
And we genuinely want to know.
What English topic should we talk about next?
Is there something that confuses you?
Or something you hear all the time but don't fully understand?
Write it in the comments. We might cover it in the next episode.
Thank you for listening with us.
And for being part of this little English learning community.
All right.
Now we'll really go. Bye, everyone, and have a great day.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our next episode of English Storytime Tales. This is your daily English conversation podcast where you learn to speak English naturally and confidently. Today's topic is going to be very interesting, and we also have a surprise and a challenge for you at the end.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today. I'm Lily.
And I'm Sam.
Before we start,